Welcome back. I'm Joshua Miller, and today is Wednesday, March 24th, so you know what that means. It's time for the weekly report. Let's jump right in. This week in job board searches and clicks. Job board activity remained fairly consistent. However, the clicks on postings took a tumble. All major driver segments recorded the lowest weekly click totals for the year thus far. This low level of click activity could be a byproduct of the recent stimulus, creating less urgency for drivers to find a job and thus allowing them to be more selective in which posts they click. Truck driver searches were down across the board, 2% week over week, down 9% month over month, and 22% year over year. Likewise, clicks on posts were down by 17% week over week, 29% month over month, and 52% year over year. It would seem the current state of lower clicks and searches could be the new normal as we move forward in 2021. This week in freight, load postings rose by 4% week over week. Now that offsets last week's decline of 4%. Though dry van and refrigerated postings both declined, levels are still surpassing those seen at the same time last year. Dry van fell 8% week over week, but the volume was 75% higher than that of 2020. Refrigerated dropped by 1% and comes in at 37% higher than in 2020. Flatbed postings, however, were a different story. For the fourth consecutive week, flatbed load postings set an all-time weekly high and rose by 10% week over week, which puts it ahead of 2020 by 140%. Truck postings declined by 4% week over week, with dry van being the only segment to increase from the previous week with a 3% rise week over week. Refrigerated fell by 8% week over week, and flatbed dropped by 5% week over week. Spot rates were up 2 cents per mile, and here dry van was the odd man out as rates for dry van fell 4 cents, but refrigerated rose 4 cents and flatbed climbed by 3 cents week over week. These rates come as the ratio of loads to trucks is now the third highest level on record, and rates overall are, you guessed it, still trending above this time in 2020, 28% higher, in fact. Now let's switch gears and jump into our story of the week. Last year saw a major drop in truck inspections due to COVID, but it's expected that 2021 will see those numbers rebound. Overall, inspections fell by 23% year over year in 2020, and in case you're wondering, that equates to about 800,000 fewer inspections than we saw in 2019. As coronavirus cases decline, vaccines roll out, and the states begin to relax COVID restrictions, it becomes more likely that we will see those inspection numbers begin to rise and become a little bit more in line with pre-pandemic numbers. It's very possible inspections could top over 3 million this year as compared to the 2.7 million performed last year. But so far, we haven't seen a full rebound. In fact, the months of January and February of this year had 34% fewer inspections than the same time in 2020. Now that's just before the pandemic kicked in. But since inspections typically take place during warmer weather months and we still have plenty of time left in the year, there's time to reverse the trend. And while we're on the subject of truck inspections, here are a couple of events and dates you may want to be aware of and circle on the calendar. CVSA's International Road Check, which emphasizes lighting and service, is set for May 4th through the 6th, and their Brake Safety Week is scheduled for August 22nd through August 28th. And that's it for yet another edition of the Weekly Report. Don't forget to check in with us every Wednesday for updated numbers and our latest story of the week. You can find us over on the randallriley.com blog, our YouTube page, or various other social media accounts. Until next time, have a great week, everybody.